Welcome back to yet another round of Mom Q&A with Mamas Uncut, where you send in your anonymous questions about parenting, raising children, motherhood, and we give you the best advice possible. And like we said, your questions always remain anonymous. And I'm back with Lisa and Mindy. How are you guys?
Hi, everyone.
Yeah,
You guys ready to answer some more questions?
Yep.
All right, let's get to it. When considering family, should your mother-in-law and mother both be family? So my husband and I are having a debate as to if my mother is his family or not. He says she is not part of his family, just like his mother is not part of mine. We are married and have 2 kids, to remind you. He does not like my mother for some reason, when she has always been very respectful and nice towards him. But his mother always judges my parenting or has always put her 2 cents in. Granted, I always call my mom for advice, so she always gives me her opinion. It's so annoying that he always sticks up for his mother and never me. He even said if I can't get along with her, then maybe we should get a divorce. Why can't my husband see that we are married, so my mom and his mother are family? Or am I in the wrong? After all, they do share grandkids. I would...
If he wants to go ahead and get a divorce, he can marry his mom if he wants that kind of a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, she is his wife, not his mother. Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
totally.
I mean, there's a reason why when you marry someone, that side of the family gets in-laws hyphenated in their name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
They're your family.
They're your family. And yeah, what can you do? It's your family. And for him not to accept that, and look, everybody knows when you marry into a family, you get a mixed bag. There's some relatives where you're like, oh my mom happens to be one of those relatives. And so, she is a very challenging in-law just in general for my ex-husband. And, but at the end of the day, his mom, who could be very challenging for me, she's family. My mom's family, like, you kind of got to take the good with the bad, because you can't just get divorced and screw your kids because your mom and your wife don't get along.
Like, join the club. Like, millions of people have that problem. It's funny to me because I think, when you get married, they become your family. And there's people in your family you don't really mesh with and jive with. I think calling them family and really enjoying them are 2 separate things, right? Your family is kind of your family, and you just do your best to get along with them. It doesn't mean that you have to have a really tight-knit relationship with everybody. So I think the husband just needs to, so what if he doesn't have a great relationship with his mother-in-law? I think so many people could say the same thing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean your marriage needs to be over. How silly is that?
Well, but I mean, think about it, right? Particularly when you've got younger kids, that nuclear family is so critical and needs to come first. And, believe me, both my mom and my ex-husband's mom could overstep, 10 ways to Sunday, but in very different manners. And at the end of the day, we were just like, hey, the nuclear family comes first. Yes, you're part of our family. Mm-hmm. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you're huge parts of our family, but you're like the tier 2 people. We're the tier 1 people. And tier 2 has a lot of privileges and rights, but like tier 1 is tier 1. Mm-hmm. And it's just the 4 of us in the tier 1 bucket. And, I think that's super reasonable.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's, of course, your intermediate family, which is, who's in your house. But yeah, I'm very taken aback that there's people out there who think their in-laws aren't their family. I never even thought that people...
Yeah, why consider that?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, to me,
you can't expect your husband. I mean, you can in some situations, right? Sometimes people cut themselves off from their parents because that's what's healthy and what's best for them. Yeah. But if your husband wants a relationship with his family and you don't get along with them, you kind of have to make do. Vice versa, if it's your wife, she, you know, has a great relationship with her mom. I think they're both just having issues here. And I would be shocked if there's not other issues going on in this marriage.
Totally.
Yeah. It's almost like this divorce claim is a cop out from like having to go into like this more serious conversation about what.
Yeah, put it in the divorce papers.
Yeah.
Reason for divorce, mother-in-law.